Hello and welcome to our latest YouTube video. So last week you saw a day in the life. Next week you are going to see a double comp weekend and how I did nutrition, training, exercise for the full weekend. But today you're going to find out all around my story. How I became an online coach, how I came into PT, how I gained the gyms, how I moved through my career from starting out in school right the way to pushing through to how I become what I am today. So it's a job I absolutely love. I enjoy it and it doesn't feel like a job. Even the long hours, the early mornings, the 4:50 a.m. alarms, 8:30 p.m. finishes, it doesn't feel like work sometimes because I love what I do. I love helping people. The satisfaction you see when people complete a PB, when somebody hits a milestone, loses a stone, when somebody does that and the buzz they get, that's what gives me the buzz. So right from the start, I've always enjoyed sport. So I played football right the way from under 6, under 7s to probably under 13s, under 14s. I played golf, played table tennis. So when I was in my primary school, we got to the national finals as a team and came 4th in the country. I've also, when I finished playing table tennis, I took up refereeing when I was 14, and now at 25, I'm lucky enough to officiate on the line on the National League North and referee Northern Prem in semi-pro football, and that's something I still love and I still enjoy now. So I still do things like that outside of the gym. I started doing hybrids, so I'm competing in Hyroxes, wild hybrids. I did a 50-kilometer ultra total warrior event earlier this year. I've got other events lined up. So I love competing outside of the gym as well as my own training. So that's something I'm passionate about. But when I do something like that and I see somebody else complete their first Total Warrior, when they complete their Hyrox, I know how that felt when I did my Total Warrior. So that gives me such a buzz to see them happy and really satisfied with what they've done, because I know that's how I feel. And that gives me satisfaction that I've helped them to do that, but also the buzz that they're feeling because it's something I've experienced before. So take it right back to probably when I was in GCSE. I've done GCSE PE, I've done BTEC Sport, I've done A-level PE. I went to university, I did BSc Sport and Exercise Science. So I've got a degree, as you'll see here, in Sport and Exercise Science. And the bit that I loved was helping people. Helping people like office workers, people that are sedentary. I did exercise referral qualification in my placement. So I work with people with a range of morbidities to help them become more active, because I know the benefit that physical health can have from a health standpoint, but also a mental health and a psychological standpoint. And that's what I loved. COVID-19 hit. I did my dissertation throughout COVID, and I did a protocol on HIIT on office workers. So looking at people that are quite sedentary, how I can help them was always something I was passionate about. I then did all my personal training qualifications, did my gym instructor qualifications, and COVID hit. So I created my home gym. Not really know exactly what I wanted to do at this point. But while doing this, I knew that physical activity was what I wanted to do. I started doing a little bit of personal training for some close family friends, and things started to expand. I was working part-time, I was working at another gym part-time, I was working at Tesco part-time, I was doing cancer rehabilitation part-time, but I knew the bit that I loved, the bit that was starting to grow and grow, was my own gym kind of brand, JDD Fitness. So this began to grow. I moved out of the garage, I moved down onto Byford Road, so if you know Maltby, and I had a smaller gym. We was there for just over 2 years, and then we upscaled to the unit that we're in now, and we've been here now nearly 2 years. We've started to grow, we've brought other people, members of staff on, helping us. I've developed my online coaching as well, so we've got that all on the side, our Project Elevate program, and things are growing and growing as a business. And that's how it come. If it was not for COVID, maybe I'd have not took this path, but I always know that I wanted to go fitness. Even though fitness was all my passion, when I was probably 16, 17, I used to drink quite a lot. We used to work behind a bar part-time, and I wanted to lose weight before I become educated. I've been there drinking diet shakes, replacing it before I was fully educated in training and nutrition. To the point that Leeds Beckett University, I was on an open evening, ended up passing out in one of the laboratories in there because I was on too fewer calories. All right, so I know how that feels when you want to just lose weight and you try everything you can, and that's not always the best step. And that's what I want to do. That's why I'm going into local businesses to help them to show the benefits of workplace wellness, health, well-being from a psychological and a physical standpoint, and how that can help businesses, but also you. I want to show people that physical health has such a benefit on them, but from a psychological point of view, and that people complicate it. Things like TikTok, Instagram, they complicate it so much, trying to give you quick fixes. And that's not always the case. And that's my job, to help understand how to simplify it, how to become nice, straightforward, so it's long-lasting results. And that's what we do here at JDD Fitness on my Project Elevate, is give people structure, support and plans for long-term, both online and in the gym, so our face-to-face client. And that's the community we grow, and we're constantly growing and growing. So that is a little bit of background about me, how I became a gym instructor, how I do what I do now, and it's something I absolutely love. So if you do have any questions on anything I've done, my past, my history, in terms of getting to this point now, please do comment below. And next week you will see a full vlog from a weekend of competing and how I went through this. So until then, if you don't already, drop me a like, comment if you need to, subscribe, and I will see you next weekend for our 2 in 2 vlog on wild hybrid and a high rock simulation. So until then, have a great week, and I'll see you next Sunday.